Yo, there we go, my microphone is now working! How is everyone? Welcome back to GUNDAM. GUNDAM is back alive for the new year. And I am now doing this all by myself, so I get to say the tournament starts now. So we have everything is up now. The rounds are live. Everyone should be able to see their things. It is exciting to see what is going to happen. The parents are live. We have 7 players this time around. Players are getting into their the tables. And on stream with us in the first round is going to be, if I look at it, Teal Tonic versus Locust. Welcome Seto Domo. Tall Goose is still not the best in set. However, maybe one day. Maybe he could be best in set. Tall Goose, I think, is what is potential, because I really like the design of the Epion and Tall Goose package, but there's just not quite enough there right now. And so maybe soon it will happen. However, as it stands right now, not quite there. Yeah, just waiting on a Teal Tonic to join. Which is kind of concerning that I don't know why they must have miscounted when everyone went up. I think we missed someone. Uh-oh. This may be a buy straight to a Locust. Or if Teal Tonic does not show up, because they joined, they submitted a deck list. And then they just said, nah, I'd not be there. And if they don't show up, then I'm probably just going to have to repair the rounds. Because having 2 buys seems not great. Now I'm going to start the timer then. One of the matches is finished already. Who's kicking a little too much ass? Or maybe that's just the oh no, that's looking at just the buy that says, oh, it's done. I'm learning more about a thing as well. While we wait for someone to show up, hey Locust, how's it going? How are you feeling? In regards to maybe possibly getting a buy on your first game because Tealtonic decided to not show, and you are on stream, so consider this the interview segment. In that case, luckily, there are other people in this call that know the game. And so as a special gift to you for the free and jank Sundom, I am going to bestow upon you a game with the man in blue if they do not show up. Enough for a best of one. However, I do need to very much shuffle my deck because this deck was a play. So you will get your win automatically, but you'll still get to show off your deck and be on stream and get to commentate your own game. Yeah, now I will drop them before the next round starts. So I can do that and then it'll update. Now if I have an even number of players then no one gets a buy. Because I'm not joining the tournament, I'm just here for the entertainment and to make sure that you do not go on a thing. I just also realized there is no desktop audio, but now people can hear you.
Yay! Hello people, if anybody's actually watching.
Yes, say hello Locust Labs to the stream, and I'm no longer just talking to myself.
Hello everybody. I hope you're all enjoying GDO3 and had good draws. Have you cracked your own GDO3 yet?
And that I have.
Anything good?
Yeah, I've opened a 5 boxes, and I got 3 SPs.
Nice.
We
opened 3. Got 1.
Nice.
But I got the Show of Resolve.
Oh, that's a really nice one.
That's a really good one, yeah.
I got the First Contact and then the Mika and with Iron and Blood.
Nice. I love that art. They look really great together. Admittedly, we got a lot of LRs. We opened 3 and had 12 packs in sealed, and we have 4 LR plus and I think 4 rare pluses.
Nice.
On the sealed event, we actually both pulled flag LR plus out of our packs.
Nice. So enough flags to play. Granted, enough flags to play would be 0, but
Actually, I'm going to build a Char Graham hyper aggro deck and try it out. Just because like the idea of having enough high maneuver and enough weenies to basically by turn 5 or 6 say, yeah, I really don't care about the blocker wall. I will just kill you if you don't have a 6 HP base.
that'll do it. I'm just trying to get my all my stuff sorted because I was not prepared to play games.
That's fine.
So yeah, I'm having to dig around my own deck boxes around. This is going to be one of the Sundom streams of all time.
Gotta make it work. Gotta make it exciting.
Yeah, just making sure I have all my tokens.
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't need tokens anymore. I was obviously playing 1 Year War.
A lot of tokens.
Yeah, like every single token basically. And you know, then eventually you come up with ways to hide your tokens from can deal with that later. You know, like now I don't play any tokens anymore. It's so nice. Don't have to lug them around everywhere.
Yep. Now, how do you want me to cut the deck? Do you want me to do a 50-50 cut?
We can just do a 50-50. You want me to do the same?
Yeah, just do 50-50 cuts.
I assume you've already dropped the other player.
I'm going to do that at the end of the round once everybody is sorted. I'm going to keep on. I'm just going to quickly open up. Yeah, so there's 30 minutes of the round left, so
More than enough, I'm sure.
More than enough.
High roll two dice.
Yep. Luckily,
How's the lighting situation on my end?
Lighting situation on your end is going to be a lot better than mine. Because I guess this is going to be skill.
9.
Oof, I've rolled a. Oof, 8.
I will go second.
Wow, who could have seen going second in the Gundam card game?
Actually, as an aggro player, I would always prefer to go first. I will keep this hand.
5, 6.
How do you feel about the new decks that we're getting access to in?
I am very, very excited.
Me too.
Are you ready to begin?
I am ready whenever you are.
In that case, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, so it's simple. It's a draw resource pass.
I will draw. I will put out a resource, and I'll instantly tap 1 to play a Hyzak.
Okay. And then, is that it? We good?
Yep. That's my turn.
Then I'm going to draw. I'm going to have a resource, and I'm going to say, you know what, it's a really nice looking card, so I'm going to pay 1 for a Hyzak. And it's even so nice, I'm going to do it twice.
Oh, okay. We got 2 Hyzaks.
Yeah, and then I'm going to pass.
I will untap, and I will draw. And I will put out a resource. And since... I will actually tap 1, and I will play Overflowing.
Okay.
I will draw 2. And I will discard a Hyzak.
What are you getting rid of Hyzaks for? And then it's my turn.
Huh? Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to draw. I'm going to get a resource. Then I'm going to tap 3 for a Koska base right off the bat.
Ooh, we're actually playing something different. I was expecting for a second that we were playing the same thing, but...
Now it seems we are playing something very, very different compared to each other.
Yes.
And then I am going to pass.
I will untap, and I will draw. I will put out a resource. Now I have to consider... I wish I'd kept that Hyzak, actually.
It's always the play whenever you go, should have kept it. And that's the pain with discards.
I will tap 3 to play a Gundam.
Yep.
And then I will actually end my turn.
Okay, I see. Well, I'm going to go here. I'm going to draw. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm back on agreeing with you. This Gundam is a very nice card.
Yes, it is. But do you have the Amuro link?
And then I'm going to pay 1 for the Amuro link, and I'm going to turn that Gundam sideways.
Oh no.
Oh no. And then you know what time it is. I'm going to run over that Gundam.
Yep.
Because I am not letting you keep that around. And then the Hyzak is going to break your base.
Yep.
And then the Hyzak is going to break your base. Well, shield.
A Gundam?
Thank goodness that is in there, because more of those against me is not good. And then the Goose is going to go with shields.
Overflowing.
Nice. And then I'm going to pass and repair 2.
I will untap, and I will draw. Put out a resource. Then I will tap 3.
For
And
another
I will
Gundam.
play Palace Athene.
Okay.
I do not have anything to trigger its effect, but I also really don't need to. And then I will tap 1, and I will link Rakoa's Shadow with the Palace Athene.
Okay.
I will swing the Palace Athene at your Gundam, and I will tap my EX resource to play Unforeseen,
Okay.
getting rid of your Gundam and keeping my Palace Athene alive.
Okay.
And then I will swing my Hyzak into your Tall Geese,
Okay. And we trade.
and then it's your turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take it pretty simple. I'm just gonna swing at your shields.
Sirocco goes to my hand.
I'm gonna swing at your shields.
Hyzak.
I'm going to pay 2 to ping it to death
Yep.
with an Anksha.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pay 1 for a gym and 1 for a gym.
Nice.
And then it's over to you. And I'm going to say Gym
Yep.
Gaming.
Draw. Resource. I just got what I needed, but I don't think this is recoverable. I do not have what it takes to get rid of all of that.
That tends to be the plan with this type of deck.
2, and play Bully Knock, and 1. Link Sarah Zabarova with it, and rest one of the gyms. I will simply swing for one of the Hyzaks.
Yep, you take 2.
And then I will tap 2 and play my own Hyzak, and then it is your turn, and my Bully Knock repairs.
Yep, the Hyzak just has a repair, doesn't it?
And it has 3 AP.
And it has 3 AP.
Because I have another Titans unit, another Jupiter's unit on the field.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to go here. I'm going to swing a Hyzak.
Oh, I just threw my Sirocco.
Uh-oh.
We have Amuro.
I'm going to swing a Hyzak.
And we have Sirocco.
And I'm going to swing a Gym.
That's game.
And that's game.
Good game.
Good game. That is a... I just realized I never showed my second color.
Yeah, you didn't. You just played blue all the way through.
Because I had stuff in my hand, it just was not optimal to play.
I really didn't see... I needed something on turn 3 that was a unit. But I think I made a misplay by not playing that Hyzak.
Yep.
Geotonic, you look different than what I remember. Did something happen? Did something?
Teal, please know you are on stream, your audio is coming through. And Teal Tonic did not show up, so I was providing Locust with the game that they can just put through as their win, as Teal Tonic did not show up. And I was providing, the stream one game and making sure everyone gets to play.
Hey stream, how's it going?
So, Locust, if you just put through that win now, I can end the round. I will drop Teal Tonic.
Yep.
Good.
I have reported my win.
Nice, nice. Good to hear. And now I will figure out how to properly do that. And I think it's just taking a few seconds to come through. There it is. Admin dashboard.
What's nice to see is that all games are done within 10 minutes.
So I get to end.
Speed.
End round finalized. But now that's happened. Edit participants. I'm going to go to Teal Tonic. Oh, never mind. I've figured out what they are on Discord as well, but they didn't show up, so it's too late. I'm going to drop the player. Go to dashboard. And then I'm going to pair next round. And round 2 should be started, and we should have... And there we go. And then we have a nice, even amount of players. So everybody, I am now going to go back into muting.
4 winners. I love 4 winners into 1 round of play with 6 players. Crazy.
And there we go. I hope everybody is looking forward to. I'm going to go back into commentary mode. Everybody get started.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. I do like playing the game. I'm glad I did get to play a little bit. Because I usually being on commentary, I don't get to take part whenever there's a Sundom around. However, this time I was indeed. But this time we have a Margin versus Estesia. Estesia being a very, very known player in Sundom. So they're just getting their game set up now. And then I get to transition over. Yeah, that first game was a little nasty as I just hit the perfect curve. Which, like most things, is very, very difficult to overcome. But yeah, the secret hidden second color was purple, so being left on 1 damage against that deck meant there was a large chance that no matter what I had, I was going to be able to take it out. And I did. Because I had the Pinger, I also had a Mikazuki in hand, which could have helped dealt with it and taken it out. As these players are now getting ready. And I'm going to start the timer. And there we go. They're off. I think they're just cutting decks now. Dice roll as the camera goes out of focus. That's a 6 as the camera goes out of focus again against a 5. Both of the cameras just, as soon as the dice roll, jumping out of focus. Yeah, I think blue is still such a powerful color in GDO3 though. Especially if, as with the pink package. Or it has the ability, as you saw from the game, from round 1. Where, I think it's the only deck where I think there's an objective best hand that's going to give you massive advantage, which is especially going first. If you see 2 of your 1-drops, Corsica Base, Amuro, and Gundam, if that's your opening hand, I think you're I reckon you're for me, every time I've seen that curve, I have not lost a game. The curve is just nasty when it hits. But here's we're into the resource pass, draw resource pass, draw resource pass. As we're seeing Cyclops team from Estesia. Oh, it's a new deck. It's a GDO3 deck. I am very, very happy to see this. Because with the release of GDO3, we got more decks. There's so much more viable stuff now. I have been on the Zaft train. Zaft has been very, very fun. Definitely learned what it's weak against. Because I won locals with it. And then the next day I went to a starter event. And then I played some friendly games after it. And I just got trounced by Big Red. Because the biggest weakness of Zaft is the 3 health. 3 health is such a awkward number that a lot of things can just take out in that deck. As we see Estesia getting that link off. And the Hygog, I believe, also getting the token as well when it gets linked. We'll say this token also did get us an apology from Bandai, as during the print, the Hygog token is Xeon traded, whereas it should be Cyclops team traded. Oof, and that's a wing gun to trash. I will say, no offense to Margin, however, seeing Wing, I hope they lose, as I have been cursed a few too many times with a new command that I cannot remember what it does. It makes some guys, that's what it does. Let me check my GDO3 box for that card, and I will confirm what it actually does. If I can find it, that is. I hope that wasn't done in it. That was probably just end phase, I think it was. I don't know why I thought that was action timing. I think it's just because like after everything was going on. Oh. But I'm a little flustered trying to get Sundom back in order. It's been a bit of a busy weekend. It was my birthday on Friday, so I wasn't around then. Then it also release day, then starter event, so I've not been fully around. But yeah, we're back on it now, and I'm very glad Sundom is starting, because it's just like our own online locals. We get to join. If we when we don't do the free ones, we get prizes. We just get to have a good time. As Margin is now doing wing things and just going wide with blockers. However, that Hygog does get breached though. Or it has the ability to give other things breach. Which, it's pretty good against blockers because it just gets to go right through everything. And another link gets get double breach and gets to spawn another token. I think Assessi is just looking for those tokens in general. But they have been found. Ooh, gets a damage for each. That's gets a damage something for equal to the number of tokens you have. So he's able to get rid of the Rig Diaz, which does put out the most damage. That can actually take out these things that are going to be getting breach. But what this is doing is basically like ensuring that you get at least 2 checks in. Ooh, that's the all Ultron. That is a very, very nice looking card. Goes in again, giving something else breach. That's a hero to hand. Zgoki. Ooh, there's a Wing Zero. Very, very much like seeing the Wing Zeros there. However, with the amount of units that Estesia has, it is looking very, very rough for Majin right now. Yeah, Estesia has always been like an aggro fiend. Yeah, I know. I've noticed that as well. G Shadow. Estesia has just been able to go so fast. Even without the Amuro, they've just been able to put on that, like, so much pressure. And I think, honestly, I think a big component of that is the fact that when they have a lot of links with each other. And on some of those links, when you get to swing at the same time, you also get to spawn another token. And, you know, spawning tokens is pretty good. Because it's basically just giving you free value, and if you're not in a color, they can just immediately, like, snap those tokens away. And I will say... Oh, there's the Kira. Not want to make it free. Seems to me like a... this feels like it's a swing into the link unit. Yep. But this is still enough for lethal, though. If there's no base... and they just get to go through. And Estesia basically succeeds in the game plan you need to have playing an aggro deck against Wing. Astacasia! Oh, I love Estesia, thank you. G-Witch cards are finally seeing play. I never thought I would see the day when it happened. Yeah, just a swinging out, saying, what can I get? And there's no base. That is the win for Estesia. Estesia wrapping that up nice and fast. The thing is, with aggro decks, I think, aren't that bad into Wing 0. Turns 1 to 7. Like, levels 1 to 7, I don't think aggro is that bad a matchup into Wing. If Wing isn't heavily teched against aggro. Brick City, kind of. But it's a lot like the Wing package that was being played was like on the bird modes. It was on the Ultrons, which are much more late game, much greedier, which make it a lot harder to actually get that far. But I will say, the Cyclops team did surprise me, as I didn't think it would be able to go as fast as it did. So honestly, Cyclops team into Wing seems like it's pretty solid, because it can just generate extra value with extra tokens. I think against a purple or a blue deck, maybe will be less strong because of the extra ping that you can get. But still, I think that means that it's just a very solid deck that can have a good place. Like, if you know your locals doesn't play that much ping, then honestly, I think it might be a good shout. Which is the thing that I love about new sets, when we see actual powerful things and new archetypes that have a full game plan. You know, we've seen so much one-year war, we've seen so much Wing, and the fact that we're seeing new decks come up, to me, is very, very exciting. As I am going to take a small trip over to table 3. Which looks like it's about to have a game finish, finish. Kyo versus Dinodast. And it looks like we have Vegan versus a red-blue. I think it's New Year. I think I saw New UNE with the Dodgers tokens as well. Yep, and does clear. However, it's still like there's no shields versus all the shields. However, it seems like it is top deck city for a dino. But still, I'm very glad that we get to see some new decks. Yeah, Kia just going in. Does Kyo have the link to be able to make the win? There's a base. Kyo does indeed break the base. Pays a 2. And it does have a link for game. Yep, that wraps it up. As I will then quickly move over to table 2, which looks like it just wrapped up as well. The question is, who was the winner? Oh, it's going to be an interesting game. As I do believe we have 2 GDO3 decks in the finals of Sundom. Because I think I can guess. Oh. As soon as all the matches are posted, I will be able to end the round and be like, hey, it's time to go. I may have to go yell at Kyo and Dino to submit their results, which has now come through. There we go. I don't need to go and yell at them. Means I get to end the round. And then I get to pair the next round. Which means it is time for our final round of Danny versus Estesia. This feels like it's one of the classic Sundom matches from the beta, and from from the early on Sundom from the set 1 release, as they both consistently played and both consistently did it very well. as Danny is just shuffling up right now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I'm looking forward to seeing Danny's deck. It is a very, very interesting. From when I've seen them play it. And I like seeing new decks again. We've got 2 decks in the final, and it brings me a lot of joy. Because with set 2, I will say the meta was getting pretty stale. That there weren't that many decks that could play at a relatively competent level. Whereas this set, it feels like there's so much more stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this plays very well now. This can do a lot. This has a chance. Like to go very far. Even to a point where I think like some of the like tier 1 decks from set 1 and 2, I think some of them might get dethroned. I think Wing will stay solid as the end game deck. I don't think that'll be dethroned as like the best late game deck. However, I do think that Blue Purple is going to take over from 1 Year War as like the quick deck. Mainly because I think just the extra flexibility of ping and also the extra card draw it can get just on a unit means you can both be aggro and get your extra value to keep you in the game. And also, you have an archetype blocker, which means you get to, you know, activate and kill stuff while also defending yourself. And that on its own is so valuable. So yeah, I don't think that means, like, thing is, I don't think that we're going to, like, stop seeing 1 Year War, but I think in terms of results, I don't think it's going to be getting as many by, like, halfway through the competitive season. But yeah, from what I think I saw from Danny, I won't reveal it too much in case someone's listening. You know, we don't want that happening. Oh, Stacey's camera has decided it wants to just consume more pixels. So it is giving us less. It's going to be just a draw resource pass. Oh no, it's not draw resource pass, it's draw resource overflowing. We do get to see the differences. I've realized I forgot to transition the scene. No, I'm a failed streamer. Bad streamer, bad streamer. But yeah, it's not missed much. And then we have shown that Danny is on the Age deck, playing a like green-white Age. I'm really excited to see this. And as Desi just starts out with a lonely Zaku. Zaku 2. Yeah, Danny on the level 3. We're going to see any other units come back. Most likely. Oh, there's the Zowort. We see the blockers. And very shiny Zowort as well. Which I myself, I'm trying to get. Because I'm trying to get a bunch of like the starter deck G-Witch alts in preparation for set 4. As I have decided I want that to be like my one altered deck. Yep, and just trade the Zoa out for a 1-for-1. Oh, Danny getting the Spallow out. Again, very shiny. I think Danny's managed to full, from what I remember speak to Danny about it, I think they managed to full alt this Age deck. As this deck is going with an overflowing of their own. And trash it Astakasia, which is a shame because Astakasia is a pretty based card, especially when you're running a deck with as many links as Cyclops team has. Oh, we do see the Diva. We see a base come out. And we see the token generation. I think that means we're very much preparing for the card that pings based on tokens on board. Oh, just holding up to the camera to be like, oh yeah, I got my SP overflowing affection. Danny just with a quick flex on everybody. They do love to flex their muscles. They have a very, very shiny cardboard. And I'm not jealous at all. I do not want to possess all these cards so I can admire the art and the foiling on them. Oh. Just trying to decide what the best pitch target is. Gets rid of the Ultron. Oh, does Link, gets the breach. And that is the 4, though this does open it up to being completely annihilated by the Cyclops team ping. Even with only the 1 token out. Also, I'm assuming we're just going to see a lot of gets a buff of 1. And another striker pack. Now remember, when Danny hits level 7, this Spallow is going to start getting first strike. Which is going to be crucial for taking stuff down. Oof, and does link with the Hygog token. Gets it to a 4-2. Where's this going to be heading? Is this going to be heading a... Yep, Danny just lets it go. Just get the breach off. But yeah, if Danny has another Spallow, 1, 2, 3, 4... Nah, I don't. I think they're just 1 level short of getting first strike. If they do see the other one. Oh, does see the H2 though. But yeah, and then the unforeseen is able to just reduce damage. So nicely done. And now it's going to be a little rough for Danny. It's now not a little rough, Dan. A little rough for Stessi is now they do need to swing into this H2 normal. It's effective when linking. Like when it's linked, say, oh no, it's during pair. You need to, like, your opponent needs to swing into it if possible. And it's during link you get to place an EX resource. Yeah, and Danny just protecting the issue, saying, you please commit more things. Oh, but there's the link when it gets the ad balloon so they take no battle damage. I think that's what it gets, it to take no battle damage. Yeah, it gets the 2 ad balloons. So now it does not take battle damage. But yeah, so it just gets like, so it is again just like pseudo first strike. Oh, Cyclops team showing up. With a Zaku too, of course, because it gets search for free. Because again, most of the Cyclops team units are also Xeon treated. 3, 4, 5, 6. Age is now level 7 though, which is a very, very crucial turn. For Age, that's when all of the effects turn on. So now things would have first strike, things would gain breach, things would get their like buffs. And you get card draw, you trash a Green Earth Fed unit, gets rid of a Spallow to draw a card. The rough part here now is Danny needs to get rid of these ad balloons. Just get a link off, gets a search with the Flit Asuna. Just find a card to take. And just freely takes out the ad balloon. Perfect strike to bounce out the other one. Excellent, excellent stuff. I don't think it's the perfect trade. Oh, there's a Justice. Yeah, Danny blocking this. No one to get too low on shields. I want to guarantee that if he's going to go low enough, that they want to get the value. But yeah, Stessi just keeping the pressure on and on and on. Also, I do think that a Stessi like thing that's like 1 card in hand. So if Danny can find a way to stabilize, they might just be able to claw this back. Doesn't have many cards themselves. Oh, and there's another one. That's that's the set. That's the release event version of a Zaku 2. Yeah, Danny now just going to go for the trades. Like swing it to Shah. Is Estesia going to get the pull? They do. Oh, the Zaku too. From the starter deck. Always a good card to see. If you are playing Xeon. Takes out the other Zaku. Are we going to see more blockers? Are we going to see more age? Oof, we do see the Justice come down. And then for 3, oh no, for 4, we see the Titus come down. Which I do believe has Breach. I think that's what the keyword is. Yeah, as long as Danny sees a blockers now. They can just start going out, but again, they need to see another blocker, otherwise it's over. A blocker or a base, I think, will save Danny right now. It just likes to swing shields, get a little bit of damage done. Because, you know, if Danny doesn't swing, oh, but they, that's rough. However, it actually doesn't have any tokens, so that would do no damage right now. Pays the 4, pays the 1, gets a flip, gets a little peek at the top of his deck, sees nothing. I think just preparing for the end. Will there be enough? Swings 3. And it's a pilot, and that is GG. For the, well, it's not quite GG, because there is a block. Are we going to see the unforeseen? Are we going to see the double unforeseen? No, we do not, unfortunately. Well, congrats and GG to Estesia for winning the first Sundom of 2026 with Cyclops team. I'm gonna go drop it and say hello.
How to make the graphics. Thank you again very much for sending me all those assets.
Good luck with that.
Congratulations, Estesia.
Yay! Cyclops team for the win.
Yes, tell the stream, how do you feel?
I feel good. The Christmas spirit that's carrying me. It's more specifically, I think that I had very good matchups that carried me. This deck folds like wet butter if you're playing against any form of ping deck.
That was one thing that I think I noticed from seeing all the like really low health units.
All the 1 HP tokens, yeah. No, like it's fun. I wanted to play the pure version of this deck once. I think a more competitive version of this deck is moving away from Burning and the Balloon Zaku, as like fun and genuinely good as that card can be in the late game. It is just nothing in the early game, and instead just puts in Char again to get over blockers. Char Zaku to the GDO 1/1 for more tokens, and I'm not sure if Striker Pack is the choice or not. I like it because it just is a generally good token generator, and I mean, you've seen the blocker coming in handy, but there's just probably other stuff you can do. If you're sticking to Xeon, you can put just Ricdom in for some breach. You can decide that you skip white for Overflowing Affection and instead take on either blue as a second color to get the good old Corsica gun tank combo rolling again. Or I've seen people play red to put Neon and G-Fred into the deck. I think that's trying a bit too much at the same time, but I respect the hustle.
Yeah, it sounds very, very good insight. Again, I've been looking at all these decks, and I will say it's the one that I think of a lot of the new stuff that's come out. I've thought the most is it just looks fine-ish.
Yeah.
But get to see it like where it can perform. I'm always very happy to be proven wrong.
The thing is basically that you have a lot of generic Cyclops team links. You have, let me turn my camera on again so you can see. You have Zygok E, you have Hygok, you have all the generic Xeon links if you want, like Gelgook and stuff. Kempfer didn't even come up today, and like it being able to just allow all your stuff to attack into active units is great. Mikhail's Breach is a big help.
The Cyclops W in a
Cyclops
tournament. Crazy.
You don't need to pair Mikhail on a Cyclops team unit, can come in handy. Like you can attack with him and then give something like one of your random tokens Breach to just clear something. It has potential. It's just that if you're not fully committed to Cyclops team, Bernie is the most wet noodle ever. I've played him as a +0 pilot way too often. Bernie's Zaku is just never coming online, and Hygok is crazy if you have enough Cyclops team stuff to trigger him again and again, but if you don't, it's just a bad link. But yeah, I am excited about Cyclops team. I think this deck has a lot of potential. It just, people, like, we need to figure out how to make it less matchup dependent. And one thing that I always fear is that you need to be careful that you don't just end up being a worse version of One Year War Rush in the end. That's one of the reasons why I've decided to play white instead of blue.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I found as well when testing other decks is, am I just being other deck, but you know, but worse.
No, but quirky.
But quirky, true. Anyway, interview.
My for Cyclops team is that how many miles to the battlefield is way better than I thought at first. Just like a one-cost buddy that can sometimes be a pilot for Link is just very good, even if the buddy has only 1 HP.
Yeah, but Danny, maybe not winning the final round, but still makes it to the final with Age, a deck that was completely discounted from GDO2.
Yeah, by you maybe, not by me.
Hey, by most people. Most people I've seen, when they have brought up what decks are going to be good.
The blind masses is what I call it.
How have you been feeling, and how are you feeling matchup wise?
Danny, do you want?
Don't show me a Zaku, but other than that, I'm fine. You know.
Danny, do you want
Get me away from
Asumo?
Fine into everything but Zaku.
I mean, yeah. I'm not even maxing out on the blocker, so like I'm intentionally sabotaging myself, I guess, into aggressive decks, but they're against like in a value focused matchup. It's actually kind of nice. The deck can go surprisingly wide, even though it didn't really show it here. But into like a blocker matchup, you drop like Justice and then cheap bodies that have good stats, and all of a sudden you have like a 6-unit board out of nowhere, and then.
Do you want the Asumo?
Yeah.
Aldad?
I 100% wanted Asumo, yes. Thank you.
And I think with the brief interview section over now, I will be ending the stream here. Thank you so much to everyone that was watching. We are still streaming.
Looking at the box opening.
And that's why do you think I'm ending the stream? Thank you to everyone that has watched. Thank you to all the competitors for coming back. But that's not Sundom, is it? Sundom is our tournament. And also, I don't want to keep commentating, and I think I would like to rest my voice a little bit, lest I not have it next week.
I swear to God, I was thinking you were just talking normally. Like, I was not thinking you were still streaming.
I'm just able to talk with that, like, with the natural presenter.
Yeah, natural presenter.
You know, if anyone from like Bandai is watching, hey Bandai, hey, you need streams for your events. You know, I can be a broadcaster for Gundam. You know, I have a lot of Gundam knowledge.
Oh yeah, what is a GDO 1086 then?
What was that? GDO 186. Wait, 186? 186 doesn't exist. It only goes up to GDO 130.
Well, that was a trick question, though.
It's because I was going, let me think. Wait, hang on a second.
By the way, am I the only one deeply unimpressed with both Meteor?
Yeah, thank you to everyone for watching.